Oh, yeah, okay. Um, Not much to talk about today. Uh, Democrats, Republicans still arguing in the House. They had the Twitter files uh, discussions, and the Democrats were mad because Republicans were wasting time on it. The Republicans were mad because all they wanted to do was talk about January 6th and Trump being impeached and all that, well, attempted to be impeached and all that stuff. So nothing ever really happened. It's looking like Joe Biden, though, may have some problems, especially with this computer that's still giving him fits. Just goes to show you, do not leave your computer, especially if your dad is president at a store. I do often wonder, though, if it wasn't so much that he forgot it was there as he couldn't remember which shop he took it to. Because let's face it, the boy's been on dope for way too long. And now he is suing the computer shop owner for turning it over. Uh, Things are really starting to pick up around here. We're getting more and more weird weather across the United States. People dying from it, people being dishomed from it. And as I look back now at the Green Deal, I would I would like to laugh at those senators that's trying to quote save the environment unquote because they're not going to be able to do it. Even if you didn't believe in the end of time prophecies, there's still way too much to do and not enough time to do it in if you believe them. Uh, you'd have to get every country on it, and every country would have to cut all their stuff, and they're not going to do it. The only ones that's dumb enough to do it is America. China's not going to do it, definitely not going to do it. Russia's not going to do it. They're the two big ones of the bunch, and even if they did, it won't stop what's coming. And I'm sure we will go with the Green Deal because that would explain why we're having to use horses at the end of Revelations because the 21 judgments are going to disrupt everything that's green. Uh, that being said, it's a laughable situation. This world is going to last as long as this world lasts, and you're not going to change it one way or the other. Every one of us has got an expiration date on us, and you ain't going to change it. Well, sometimes you can. Hezekiah changed it in the Bible. He prayed earnestly for a lot longer life, and the Lord gave him a lot longer life. But in that longer life, Israel's most evil king was born. So there is a trade-off there. Uh, and you can shorten it by disobeying your parents or doing so much wrong if you're a Christian that God calls you home early. Not that you're going to go to hell, but you definitely not going to get no rewards to give to Jesus. And then I got to wondering, are we really living our life right now, or is this the review of our life? Because all of our lives are going to be reviewed when we get to heaven. And I'm wondering if life hadn't ended and we already are at the review stand. Just food for thought. Uh, as I typed in earlier, read the whole book of Esther in 2 days. Well, I listened to it on my phone, and I discovered something I never discovered before. And it's for those of you that don't read my little insights. But twice in the Bible do you exchange gifts. Now, I do not count them bringing the gifts to Jesus because to me that was tribute to the king. There's twice in the Bible where people have big meals, celebrate, and exchange presents. And at the end, and the cause of it is always the same. It's followed by a death. The first case is in Esther. Haman has just been killed for trying to wipe out Mordecai and the Jews, and it turned out Mordecai saved the king. And if you hadn't read that book in the Bible, you need to read it. Esther's a great book, Bible to read, action packed. It would make a wonderful TV series. Maybe Dallas would do that one after he finishes The Chosen. There's a lot of good stories that you could do. Anyway, after Haman dies, everybody celebrates. There's meals going on everywhere. Everybody's buying presents and exchanging gifts. And that's the first instance. The second instance of gift exchange and celebrations comes when the two witnesses at the Wailing Wall are killed. Of course, you know the story if you've been reading mine. Uh, in the time uh, book reviews, Bible studies, uh, they're going to be left laying out in the street for 3 days and they're going to get up and go to heaven. But in that 3 days, there's going to be dancing in the street. There's going to be celebrations. There's going to be big meals ate. There's going to be gifts exchanged. And I wonder how the gift exchange, and I understand part of it, but how did the gift exchange get thrown from those two events to Christmas? Because there was no gift exchange at Christmas. There was just tribute being paid to the king. Uh, so I thought that was interesting to read. As far as the rest of it, not too much left going on this week. President Trump was in Iowa getting ready to run. DeSantis was in Iowa getting stuff ready to run. Nikki Haley's running her mouth about the younger generation taking over. I don't think she's actually running for president. I think she's running for vice president, but that's just me. Joe is getting in trouble over the money situation, it looks like. Seems like all of his due to the computer. They're finding out a lot of money went to the Bidens from China. And everybody's starting to wonder why it went for. But never mind, Biden, you got Gavin Newsom is going to serve the Democratic Party, or you got Pete Buttigieg, or as I call him, Pete Booty Daddy. But there's lots of bottom of the bucket Republicans and bottom of the bucket Democrats to choose from. So you just choose your scumbags, and us Christians will just do what we do best. We will vote and we will be the conscience of America until the Lord takes us out. Uh, China is meeting with Russia this week. Interesting development. First time they've met since the war in Ukraine began. Interesting because China is preparing for war against us. And we're still trying to decide and trying to get people to use the right pronouns instead of getting ready for war. Well, that's all I got for this week. No great insights, just a lot of questions, just a lot of wondering. So, see you next week. You be good and have a great weekend. Bye bye.